Our next presentation this afternoon will be from Texas A&M.
Money, the clothes on your back, fishing nets, and animal feeds. What do these products have in common? They are all made from cotton. Each of these products can be traced backwards through their value-added chains to this staple crop. In 2009, cotton accounted for nearly $4 billion in cash receipts, making it the nation's fifth largest agricultural commodity. Cotton prevalence continues to increase as recent higher prices have led to additional acreage and higher producer revenues. However, volatility in the cotton market has many producers looking for alternative methods to increase and stabilize their revenues. Technological advances have significantly changed agriculture and cotton farming. Producers are not only more efficient, but the vast majority are well-versed in precision agriculture technology, including yield monitors and GPS systems. However, current technology is limited in scope, overlooking many important factors, such as quality. Now, why does quality matter? Well, quality is a primary determinant of the price producers receive for their cotton. In fact, discounted prices due to poor quality resulted in revenue deductions of over $54 million in 2009. Producers need a way to monitor cotton quality so that management practices can be customized, quality can be optimized, and revenue can be maximized. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm Matt Okeson, along with representatives of the Aggie Marketing Consultants, the group you hired to develop a strategy for your latest product that addresses the critical need for monitoring cotton quality. Today, we will be revealing the ideal marketing plan that is sure to result in the successful launch of your product and substantiate it as a profitable enterprise.
After realizing the potential for a product with the ability to monitor cotton fiber quality, UCS exclusively licensed technology from Texas A&M University and has developed a revolutionary cotton fiber quality sensor. The sensor, designed for both cotton strippers and pickers, uses near-infrared cameras to collect and analyze fiber quality as cotton is harvested. The sensor attaches to harvesters as depicted. Cotton samples are collected and placed upon a photo tray as demonstrated. The sensor emits a near-infrared light measuring micronair and staple length, which are key indicators of quality. The cotton sample is then released and the process repeats every 20 seconds. This information is then sent to the software for interpretation. Using GPS technology, this sensor returns quality and moisture maps of the harvested field, which are great aids for producers. This simplified information allows producers to more accurately forecast revenues and make important production decisions regarding the application of nitrogen fertilizer, moisture control, and debris reduction, all of which directly influence cotton quality. But before we can get into the strategy devised for this marketing plan, it is important to have a keen understanding of what is going on in the cotton industry.
History is being made in the cotton industry. In just 1 year, the number of cotton acres planted in the U.S. increased by 19%, with the largest gains occurring in the South. Because of this increase in planting, sales of harvesting equipment and farming accessories have also increased. Additionally, the demand for the nation's cotton is predicted to be 25% higher than in years past, and cotton prices have increased by 150% in the last 18 months. However, while prices are high, costs of production are also on the rise, forcing producers to become more efficient. An additional concern is the future of government support for producers as a result of Brazil's WTO claims. Today, there are almost 19,000 cotton farms in the U.S., 86% of which are located in the South. In 2009, this region included the top 5 states in terms of cotton acres harvested, and 4 of the top 5 states in terms of cotton value. Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia, and North Carolina account for over 75% of the acres harvested in the U.S., and 2.6 billion, or 68%, of the nation's cotton value. Now, let's take a look at how precision agriculture technology has affected the cotton industry.
Great idea, Haley. In a survey conducted by the National Cotton Council, 63% of cotton producers classified themselves as precision farming adopters. Of these producers, the highest rates of adoption were among farmers in the southern U.S. Furthermore, we conducted a survey in February 2011 in order to gauge producer opinion on new technology. When asked if they would be interested in purchasing a cotton fiber quality sensor, 95% of farmers responded positively and indicated an average payback period of 4 years. In terms of information related to improving farm practices, 44% gather information from crop consultants, while another 44% use a state extension service.
Based on this primary and secondary research, it is clear that today's cotton industry exhibits great market potential for a cotton fiber quality sensor. But given this potential, what about possible competitors?
Fortunately, there are currently no direct competitors on the market for a cotton quality sensor. But don't get too comfortable. Research is being conducted by the University of Georgia on the development of a similar cotton quality sensor, which could become a future competitor. Additionally, Monsanto is developing biotechnology to enhance the quality of cotton with the new strain of genetically modified cotton seed. While this improved input could standardize the baseline for cotton quality, there are still marginal gains to be made from using the sensor. The good news for you is that both the similar product and the new seed are at least 3 years from market release. Just as important as research, the analysis of that research helps identify market opportunities. The use of the SWOT framework identified patent protection and the absence of a similar product as key advantages for your product. On the other hand, lack of producer awareness and the volatility in cotton prices are seen as primary disadvantages.
Now, you may be wondering what this means in terms of the ideal target for your product. Based on this research and analysis, we identified a number of potential target markets. Custom harvesters and cotton gins provide a small market which would limit the success for your product. Cotton gins are experiencing difficulties keeping up with low-cost competitors due to the rise in outsourcing. Equipment manufacturers and equipment dealers present a market dependent on the sale of new harvesters, which would limit sales for the product. After extensive analysis, we concluded that cotton producers in the southern U.S. will be the ideal target market for your product. The average producer in this market is male, 55 years of age, and farms an average of 1,300 acres. Average value of sales are nearly $440,000 annually, with a net cash farm income of almost $160,000. Because of high producer income, as well as large size and concentrations of farms in this region, cotton producers in the southern U.S. have the highest market potential for your product.
The business proposition AMC has devised consists of 3 primary objectives and a strategy statement for achieving those objectives. AMC anticipates this product to capture 6% of the target market by year 3, with yearly objectives of 1.5% for year 1, another 1.5% for year 2, and an additional 3% capture in year 3. We anticipate this increase for year 3 due to increased customer testimonials and product awareness. In terms of product recognition, this sensor will achieve brand awareness of 75 and 85% in years 2 and 3, respectively, among the target market. Additionally, sales and support staff will strive for a customer satisfaction rate of at least 90% annually. In order to achieve these marketing goals and objectives, UCS's cotton fiber quality sensor will be branded as Cotton Vision, and potential benefits to producers will be communicated through the slogan, "Profits you can see." Levi and Matt will now describe how this strategy will be placed into action.
Thanks, JC. AMC has devised tactical product positioning, pricing, placement, and promotional methods for Cotton Vision. Positioning Cotton Vision as the industry standard will be achieved by selling not just the sensor, but a complete package designed to meet the needs of the targeted customer. Each unit will include 2 sensors and the necessary software. Installation of the product and software training will be offered complimentary and will be performed by a member of UCS sales team. Each Cotton Vision unit includes a 1-year warranty that covers all manufacturing defects, and customers will have continual access to technical support for any questions and troubleshooting.
In the initial years of Cotton Vision's release, UCS will utilize a first-to-market pricing approach. The retail price of $30,000 per unit has been determined based on the following factors. With per unit production costs totaling $20,000, each unit will carry a 50% markup to account for operational and marketing expenses and establish a favorable profit margin. Results from the survey we conducted suggest that $30,000 is perceived as a reasonable price for the benefits offered by the product. Based on the payback period desired by producers, Cotton Vision has been priced to allow the average producer to recover their costs during the 4th harvest season. Margin expectations, willingness to pay, and producer payback all justify $30,000 as the appropriate price for the target market. But what about getting Cotton Vision to potential customers?
Matt, the placement strategy capitalizes on existing facilities and a sales team to create extremely efficient and effective means to capture the target market. UCS Distribution Center in Cotton, Georgia will be used to house and receive Cotton Vision units manufactured by the supplier. Each Cotton Vision unit will be shipped from the distribution center to a sales representative who will then deliver that product to the customer. Each 10 sales representatives will be employed during years 1 and 2, while 3 additional sales representatives will be hired in year 3. Sales representatives will be responsible for product sales, delivery, installation, and training the customer.
The integrated marketing communication strategy will incorporate a combination of personal selling, sales promotions, advertising, and public relations. Because of the nature of the agriculture industry, personal selling through the sales team will focus on a trust-based relationship approach and strive to build equity with potential customers. A main source of information gathering and new product introductions are trade shows. Cotton Vision will be promoted directly to producers at 6 Southern Farm and Trade shows annually. Cotton Vision will also host a launch party prior to the first conference, the Beltwide Cotton Conference, in order to demonstrate and communicate potential benefits of the product. Quarterly advertisements will appear in industry and trade publications. UCS will also sponsor an existing section of Cotton Grower magazine, which is conveniently titled Cotton Vision and discusses the future of cotton farming. The Southeast Farm Press and Delta Farm Press websites will be utilized for online targeted advertising as well. Cotton Vision will also have its own website containing video demonstrations, software tutorials, and customer testimonials. As the targeted market becomes increasingly experienced with social media, these outlets will be used to share information relevant to cotton farming. Crop consultants and state extension agents serve as primary information sources for producers and will serve as a valuable liaison between Cotton Vision and potential customers. Sponsorships of the Certified Crop Advisors and the National Alliance of Independent Crop Consultants will be utilized to educate these individuals about the product. Cotton Vision units will also be donated to state extension agents as a means for independent review and publicity.
Thanks, Levi and Matt. With a developed marketing and action plan, Cotton Vision will deliver profits you can see in years 2 and 3. To achieve the market capture goal outlined in the business proposition, AMC anticipates 240 units sold in each of years 1 and 2 and 480 units sold in year 3. Funds are allocated for discounts, which include any possible manufacturing defects or product returns. This allows for an expected gross margin of $1.3 million in year 1, $1.6 million in year 2, and $3.3 million in year 3. Expenses of $369,000 are allocated in year 1 to support the initial marketing and promotional activities. After the creation of promotional materials used at farm and trade shows, marketing expenses decrease to $317,000 in year 2. But increases in online and print advertisements bring the budget for marketing activities up to $349,000 in year 3. After operational expenses, the expected net income in year 1 is a loss of $35,700. Year 2 recovers this loss, earning a potential net income of more than $361,000. By the end of year 3, the estimated 3-year profit is nearly $1.8 million. In year 3, 2.42% of gross sales will be spent on marketing. The return on marketing expenses is 4.17%, and a profit margin of 10.11% is expected. In order to ensure these positive financial outcomes, we have identified several key performance indicators that will be monitored.
That's right, Wesley. Performance in 3 key areas, market capture, brand awareness, and customer satisfaction, will be continuously tracked on our marketing dashboard, and contingency plans will be used if actions need to be taken. Measuring progress towards achieving Cotton Vision's market capture objective will be evaluated using quarterly sales numbers and annual market size estimates. Additionally, the development of potential products will be monitored. But what if progress towards this objective is not met?
Well, Haley, if the analysis demonstrates that Cotton Vision is exceeding its market capture goal, the pricing strategies and market objectives should be reevaluated. However, if Cotton Vision fails to meet its market capture goals, UCS should provide the sales team with additional incentives to close the gap.
Cotton Vision's movement towards achieving brand awareness will be tracked by conducting target market focus groups and surveys. Additionally, sales representatives will report on the response of potential customers, and UCS will survey extension agents and crop consultants to determine whether or not Cotton Vision's marketing strategy has effectively reached the target market and their influencers. Hey, JC, what are the contingency plans for this objective?
That's a great question. Let's look at our options. If the strategy has created brand awareness in the target market that exceeds the goal, UCS should consider expanding the scope of Cotton Vision's marketing strategy to include other markets. Conversely, if Cotton Vision's brand awareness is not up to par, UCS should consider increasing promotions and advertisements, as well as increasing presence at farm shows.
That contingency plan is right on track, JC. Customer satisfaction will be gauged through interviews conducted with the sales team. Furthermore, complaints and return products, as well as the number of calls to technical support, will be factored into the rating.
If Cotton Vision receives a customer satisfaction rate of 90% or more, UCS should encourage word-of-mouth promotion by implementing a customer referral incentive program. On the other hand, if Cotton Vision does not meet its satisfaction goal, UCS will need to provide the sales and support staff with additional training. By monitoring these 3 areas, market capture, brand awareness, and customer satisfaction, UCS can continually track Cotton Vision's progress towards its goals and make adjustments to ensure that Cotton Vision remains a profitable enterprise and reaches its fullest potential.
There is a direct relationship between cotton quality, producer price, and ultimately revenue. While adjusting management practices has been proven to impact cotton quality, producers lack pertinent information necessary to make optimal changes. Cotton Vision can be the link needed between these factors. The market is conducive to the release of Cotton Vision now more than ever. There are currently no products that address the critical need for monitoring cotton quality. Additionally, the increased willingness to adopt precision agriculture technology suggests great market potential for your product. Our proposed plan identifies the best target market and outlines the optimal strategy that is sure to substantiate your product as a fiscally sound enterprise. Cotton Vision will create profits that you, United Crop Solutions, can see. On behalf of the Aggie Marketing Consultants, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to work on this project and for allowing us to present this marketing plan. We are happy to entertain any questions you may have at this time.
I have some questions about the market itself, just for my clarification. Since you're going after not the new sales, but the sort of the existing park of cotton pickers and cotton harvesters, any indication of the number of size? Like how many of those are? How many harvesters are out there in your trade territory?
In the target market, there are about 16,005 farms We're targeting those farms in the southeast. Most of those farms have cotton harvesters. By targeting that area, that will allow us to capture the 6% in 3 years, which we consider to be a very aggressive start, this being a new product and having the first mover advantage.
So my follow-up on that is, do you know the age of those harvesters out there?
The actual age of the harvesters?
Yeah, what's sort of the average age? I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is it seems as if you've got a 4-year payoff on a product in an industry that may be mistaken, but there's been an awful lot of cotton module harvesters sold in the last few years. Seems like
Right.
your competition for a manufacturer coming out with a similar product might be pretty strong.
So you're asking about the sales of new harvesters?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe rather than my more appropriate question is help me to understand more as to why you chose to sell this to the existing park rather than maybe license your technology to a manufacturer.
Well, the manufacturers, although there have been in the recent years a lot of sales on new harvesters because of high prices, however, prices are very volatile, so sales of new harvesters are going to decrease, so that's going to limit the amount of exposure that your product will reach.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to follow up on that a little bit because I'm just an old deer cotton guy. I've got to, otherwise they'd drum me out and not pay me anymore. I really see this as a great opportunity to do a three-pronged deal, that you have OEM, where they can go out and really promote your product as an addition to their new product, and then you don't have to spend a whole lot more on communications as well. They can also put it in their parts department as an add-on, so people with used deer and Case IH pickers and strippers can go out there and use it, and then you can sell it direct if you can do that kind of licensing. So I guess I'm really trying to get a handle on, number one, as was asked already, do you know how many pickers are out there, how many strippers are out there that can actually use this product that are of a certain age? Because some of them just get so old they can't use this, number one. You're using a lot of technology through the equipment. But do you know how many are out there? What's your market penetration within it? And does it make any sense at all to go to Case IH and Deere and say, this is a great product, use it?
Well, that's a great question. First, to talk about the number of harvesters in the United States as a whole, there's about 18,000 located throughout the entire U.S. Obviously, with most of the farms concentrated in this region, you're going to see most of those harvesters also in this region as well. As JC mentioned a minute ago, many farms have their own harvester, even more than one harvester in a lot of circumstances. The average age on a lot of these harvesters is kind of hard to tell, but the useful life of those actual harvesters is very long. We're not seeing a large amount of sales right now. Granted, sales have increased because of recent high prices, but as he mentioned, the volatility questions the success or profitability of those harvesters, the new harvesters, in the coming years. In terms of going to the dealers and the dealers themselves, we did consider that as a target market, potential target market. But again, it does tie back to those accessories in addition to those new harvesters. The sales of those would also decrease with these decreases in prices that we're going to expect to see in the future years.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree.
All right, I got another question.
Is it about Monsanto?
Yeah, I am with Monsanto, but I'm not going to ask about Monsanto, okay? So where does the farmer today find out how his fiber quality is?
Well, like other agricultural commodities, cotton is graded based on a number of different factors, including the list that Katie just pulled up. The primary ones that this product identifies is micronair and staple length. Currently, right now, producers don't have a really comprehensive way of monitoring cotton quality. The majority of the farmers, the more experienced ones especially, typically just use random field samples as they're harvesting their cotton. There's really no way to get an overall feel of the quality of a cotton in a specific field. They can eye it themselves, but again, a lot of them may not know how to do that, and they could take it to some of their influencers, including crop consultants and state extension agents. But really what this product tries to do is create a comprehensive way to monitor cotton quality so that you can make those production decisions in future years, increasing the quality in the future years as well.
Next question is, so if I'm a producer, where do I know you said I get my money back in 4 years. I'm not quite clear how I get my money back in 4 years. I know I'm paying $30,000 for this product, and I'm going to kind of spread it out over a 4-year period. But I'm not sure how I get that money back in that time frame.
Well, by improving your quality, you can see a payback each year, an annual return with your product. We did an extensive analysis of our payback period, and assuming that the farmer takes out a $30,000 loan with a 6% interest rate, and with the annual returns each year, we show the payback in being in the 4th year with the first net gain being positive and increasing gains throughout the next 3 years. The product life cycle is approximately 7 years, and the net present value is positive. We discounted that back, so we show this as a positive investment after they return the profits back to pay off the product. It's profitable after that.
I guess my question is, do I save money by using this because I save nitrogen or whatever those other things that were going into the crop, or does this enable me to know what I got so I can sell it at a better price? That's my question.
Right. Basically, right now you see cotton, because of the different grades of quality, receives a discounted price or the market price. We did some research on what is the average loss for a producer in a given year due to quality receiving a discounted price. As you can see here, the average producer, or 20% of a cotton crop, normally gets discounted due to poor quality. As a result of that, that's about 765,000 pounds each year at a minimum discount rate of 4 cents per pound. It results in about $30,600 in revenue losses for the individual producer. Essentially, the returns on this product are the increases in quality in subsequent years. You do not receive that discounted price. You receive the market price or possibly even a premium for higher quality in future years. And that's the actual returns on the product.
I want to ask about customer satisfaction measurement. You looked at a 90% goal, which is wonderful. But the criteria or the ways you were going to measure it were looking at technical calls and complaints, which are negatives, and then sales rep surveys. That doesn't seem like you're really getting directly to customer satisfaction on the positive side. So talk about measurement there, please.
Well, by having the trust-based relationship with our salesmen, the salesmen are always in communication with the producers. By always being in communication with the producers, the salesmen know what the producers are liking, what they're not liking, if they're happy, if they're not happy. So by surveys through the salesmen with the producers will allow us to gauge our satisfaction rate. We're shooting for a 90% satisfaction rate, which we understand to be very accomplishable. However, we know some people will naturally not be happy, so we can't go with a 100% satisfaction rate. It's just unthinkable.
You have three, I look at questions about sales reps and distribution. I think we're spreading those folks a little thin. 3 of them in the state of Texas to cover 7,225 farmers. Tell me a little bit about how we're going to, how they can be successful.
That's a great question. Actually, if we were to meet our expectations at a 6% market capture rate, we would approximately be reaching 240 per year for the first year, for year 1 and 2. So if you do the calculations on that, we have 10 representatives. They would approximately be having 24 apiece, and they would be making 1 sale every 10 days as far as the products go. Now, the allocation of the representatives are throughout state and the concentrations of the farm. That's why there's 3 in Texas, 2 in North Carolina, and 2 in Georgia, and 1 throughout the remaining states.
Completely different question. In terms of, related to Dave's question earlier.
Thank you.
Another good one.